Isaiah 55 verse 6, look at what he said. Look at this. Advertise. 55 verse 6. Seek Almighty Father Yah while He is to be found. Call on Him while He is near. Why? Because we know the word. A day will come that a famine in the land will be everywhere. A famine of the word, a famine and thirst, not for food, nor by water, but by the word of Father Yah. That time will come. That's why Isaiah said, seek Father Yah while He is to be found. He's just next to you. He is just next to you. Call on Him while He is near. But remember, the word also said, my spirit will not strive to you forever. Did Father Yah destroy the first world? Yes, He did. And this second world is not special to Him, because this second world is going to be also preserved on fire. Don't put your trust on this world. Don't put your trust on the things that you can acquire, because our rabbi said, it is not what we have determines your life. Because if that is the case, we will be at the bottom of the ladder. And I'm glad Father Yah is like that. Because we will not be like Elon Musk or millionaires to get those money. And we are just satisfied with what we have, isn't it? See? David said, Father Yah, don't make me so rich that I will forget you. But don't make me so poor that I'm going to transgress. Give me what I need. Isn't that what Sam said? That's all we need. That's all we need. And we need to be satisfied. Jeremiah 29 verse 12. Yirmiyahu chapter 29 verse 12. After you found Father Yah, after you go back in our ways, after you determine that there is no other way but to go back where you came from. You came from the word of Father Yah because you have His breath still. That's why He said in Jeremiah, He said, then you shall call on me and shall come and pray to me. And what Father Yah said? And I shall listen to you. Isn't that so good to hear this word? That irregardless of what we are in our lives, we know we have some problems. We know we have some shortcomings. We know that you need this, you need that. Father Yah knows that. But Father Yah is just waiting for you to say the word. He is waiting for you. My dear brothers and sisters, just call on His name. Trust on Him that these two will pass, irregardless of what you are in. I was there before. I cried because I don't know what to do with our 3 children. That was in 2015. I have 3 jobs. I don't know what to do with them. I even told them that if they cannot find any scholarship to go to college, I will send them back in the Philippines. And I don't know what will happen to our papers way back then also. I cried. And then the voice said, give unto me all your worries.
Thank you, Father.
And I did. And I told Father Yah, if you're going to take care of my problems, send my children to college free, take care of me until I'm staying here in America, I will give you the savings that we can have with my wife. He did. Yes, he did.
Thank you, Father.
See, am I worry free now? Yes. Because I understand now that whatever happens to me, nor to my children and everyone around me, is good for me.
Hallelujah.
Romans chapter 8, verse 28. If you are in your mess, if you are whatever circumstances you are in your life right now, everything is not good, health is not good, finances not good, relationship with the wife not good, with the husband, with the children. Look, Romans 8:28 says everything that is happening to you is good for you. Why? Because Father Yah loves you. And you were chosen to have these things. We don't know what we have, and we don't know what are our roles in this life. But remember this, our role in this world is to do His will and nothing else. That's it. That's our role while we are on this world. And everything that we do, our rabbi said, do it unto me. Isn't that what he said? Yes. Everything is Him and all around Him and all about Him. And in verse 13, he said, and you shall seek me and shall find me when you search for me with all your heart. With all your heart. Now, when we say with all our heart, meaning with all our beings, with all in us, we cannot just give our life a part of it and just say a part will be on the other side. No, you cannot. Father Yah is a jealous Elohim. He wants you 100%, nothing else. Not 99.9, but 100%. With all your heart. Now in Proverbs, probably our last words for today. In Proverbs chapter 1, here's Father Yah's last warning. Because the word says, warning comes for destruction. In Proverbs chapter 1, here's what it says. It starts in verse 24. After all the words that have been said, after all the verses that we look into and read, Father Yah said, because I called and you refuse. You hear it, but you hear it on the left side of your ears, goes out to your right. You understand nothing because you don't want to understand. You will do nothing because you don't want to do it. Because I called and you refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no one inclined. Now imagine that Father Yah is doing to us every day of our life. He is stretching His hand daily to a stubborn people. And that's what He is every day of our lives. And all we have to do is reach out our hand and clasp His hands. But sometimes we are just too stubborn to do what He asks us to do. 25. You disregard all my counsel and would not yield to my reproof. Sometimes, Father, you talk to us in our mess, in our trials, in our shortcomings, in our problems. Yes, He do. Telling us it's about time for you to turn around. Telling you it's about time to trust Him. Telling you it's about time to give our lives into Him before it's too late. Sometimes, as a working man, and Brother Ken knows this, sometimes you need to get out of his family to do the job that requires of him. He wakes up in the morning, drive so many miles, and then come back home, drive so many miles. We do that for our job, right? We do everything that we have in our power to have our job. Yes? Can we not do the same thing with our faith? With our trust to Father Yahweh? That in spite of everything that is happening, we still trust Him and call Him as our Father and our Elohim. But if we spurn all His counsels and would not yield to His reproof, look at verse 26. Let me also laugh at your calamity. When hurricane comes into your place, Father Yah said, I will laugh at you. When tornado starts to rip apart your relationship with your husband or your wife, Father Yah said, I will laugh at you. When bills is piling up and you have no money in the bank, Father Yah said, I will laugh at you. When your children is acting up, Father Yah said, I will laugh at you. Because when I called, you did not even bother to look at me and say, I'm here. That's why Father Yah said, let me also laugh at your calamity. Mark you when you are in dread. Imagine Father Yah is laughing at you and mocking you during the time of your needs. Now, are you going to tell Father Yah that He is so unfair and He is what you call unjust? No, He is not. Because He is giving you, or He gives you all the opportunity to listen to Him. We heard it. He wakes up every morning to talk to you, to talk to us. And right now He is talking to us. But if still we are not listening, let me also laugh at your calamity. Mark when your dread comes. 27. When your dread comes like a storm, and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, let them call on me. But what will happen? But I answer not. Let them seek me, but you will never find me. Then we need mercy, isn't it? But let us hope that mercy is still there when that day comes. But take a look at verse 33, the same verse. Of the same chapter, should I say. Look at the promise in verse 33. But whoever listens to me from the beginning of this sermon up to now, if you are listening, my brothers and sisters, he will dwell safely. And he will be at ease from the dread of the evil. And then let's go on Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Take a look at Revelation 3 verse 10. We cannot get away with this. Okay? But this is the promise.